Hello there. Today we're taking a look at yet another Argos return. This time it's this Bosch DAB FM radio. Now according to the returns label there's no power and it gives electric shocks, so that should be quite interesting. Anyway, let's get it on the bench and have a look at what we're dealing with. Right, let's have a look at what we've got. One radio, guarantee registration, and a user guide, and a power supply. Always great to get the power supplies with them. Right, let's get this plugged in and see what happens, or doesn't. Right, now bear in mind that this is supposed to give electric shocks. How? I've no idea when you think that this is only about 6 volts. It's not giving me any electric shocks when I'm touching it, so let's plug that into the power. Alright, okay, nothing so far. Power mode. No, nothing. So first things first is to check that we've actually got some power coming out of the adapter. So just bear with me while I get my meter. Okay, so 1 meter on DC. I'm going to put one probe on there and the other on the centre pin. And we appear to have 6.03 volts. So I'd say that was okay. So we can rule out the power adapter. So let's open it up and have a look what's going on inside. So what have we got? Yeah, we've got 4 screws and one inside the battery cover, so let's just whip them out. Okay, that's the screws out. Right, now we don't want to do what I did last time and rip anything, so let's have a look what's going on. Right. Can we, let's just unplug. I'll tell you what, we'll take this board out the back. I'll unplug the batteries. Okay. Right, and we'll just have a look at this little board first, because from experience we usually find that the problem is usually on here. Okay, so we'll check this board for continuity from the pins off the DC socket to the pins that go down to the board off these sockets. So I'll just go through it we'll check that one first, which is that one. Right, well, there's nothing on that pin there at all. So if we just scratch, let's get my pencil fibre tip pen and just take some of this off. So we've got something to test against. So we'll go off there, back onto that pin. I can see the pin moving actually now. So I've got it there, but if I go on to the pin, it's intermittent, and if I just gently put pressure on it, I can see that pin is moving. So yeah, we've got a break, another simple one really, between this pin and this copper track here. So I don't know whether you can see it on camera, but it's actually moving backwards and forwards, that pin is. So all we need to do is to just bridge across that pin there onto this copper track, and all should be good. So I'll get the soldering iron warmed up and we'll just remedy that and we should be good to go. Okay, so after cleaning up the board, all three of the pads are fractured. I thought it was just the centre one, but it isn't. They're all three of those are all fractured. So this pin this side needs bridging across to there. Centre pin straight down, and the pin on the end across there. Now to bridge it, I'm going to use this copper wire, which was the centre from an old aerial cable. So it's just going to be a case of tinning it and then cutting pieces. Well, what we'll do, we'll stitch them on, then we'll cut them after. So I'll just go and put a bit of flux on this cable, and then I'll get a bit of solder onto it, and then we should be able to start putting them in. Right, the first one we'll put in is this one. So I've already put some flux on these. Okay, that's that bit. Now I'll just bend it round. Onto there. And a bit of flux on that one. Oops. Okay. Right, we'll do the centre pin now. So we'll Just put him onto the bottom there. And then take him up to the side of the pin, and then we'll bring him around the pin. Like that. Squash him up tight so we don't bridge the one next to it. And snip that off. Just make sure we're not bridging. No, just one that's pushing down. Yep, and now I just put a bit of solder on that. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yep, that looks good. Now we just need to do the end one in a similar manner. So we'll just stitch him on there first. Oh. Whoa. And then wrap him around the pin. Like that. I'll snip him off after. Push it down a bit. Apply some solder to that. And that should be good. Let's snip that off there. Right, let's just make sure we've not got any bridges. Right, let's just get a bit of alcohol on that and wash it off. Let's have a look. Right, I'll just check that with the meter. Make sure we've got no bridges. Yeah, that all sounds good. So it's just a matter of putting it together now, and it should be working fine. So I'm going to put it back together off camera. It's not the prettiest of jobs, that isn't, but it's functional, that's the main thing. And we'll see how it performs. Right, we're all back together. So, where's that power cable? Where's it gone? There we go. Shove that up it. Well, we've got life. We've got the date and the time. Power mode. Capital connecting.
Imagine Dragons and believe it.
Yep, that appears to be it. It's another simple fix. Quite typical by the looks of things. I've had a few now that have had more or less the same fault with the DC socket. So that's another one saved from the skip. Oh, we will just try it on batteries. I don't think we'll have any more issues with it, but we'll just try it. And nothing. Oh, well, look, do I have to turn it on? Oh, yeah, I've got to press the power mode. And yeah, that's okay. So there you go, another simple fix. I hope that's been of some help to you. Many thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.